Well, hello again. Welcome back to the Campfire CYO family. Again, Chris Woodward, Director of Operations for Colorado Youth Outdoors, back with you. I have a special guest this evening. As you all know, I am intentionally bringing participants, CYO family members, to come tell their story to some degree. This evening's a little bit different. Bringing somebody that's both been a participant, come through with his daughters, and decided to take that next step and volunteer with us. And really, that's where his story starts. And I won't take too much of his thunder, but by nature of Ron, this is Ron Budzitowski, by the way, sorry, being both a participant and then to become a volunteer, which also still a participant, the girl's still going through the program, something unusual happened that we want to share with you this evening that I firmly believe would not have occurred had Ron not become a member of the CYO family. So Ron, do you want to share a little bit about your story?
Yeah, sure, Chris. Thanks for having me here.
My pleasure.
Again, Colorado Youth Outdoors is just it's a magical place that people don't really get as they drive up and down the highway. It says right on the side, it's all about relationships, and this truly is about relationships. Went to an event that was held for a little gathering, bunch of friends, family, and all that. At first, I didn't really feel like I was going to attend, mainly because I had a lot of stuff that had gone on recently, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and do this, just because it'd be nice to wind down, and every time I hit this property, I just relaxed. Came in and was enjoying everything and got pulled into the center of the room and a little nervous at first. And there's a gentleman there, his name's Dan. Everybody calls him Dan the fireman. I've met him several times, worked with him, helping some kids out, doing some fishing stuff. Just saw him on property, never really paid a whole lot of attention.
Sure.
Other than he's a real nice guy.
Yeah.
We had a connection where he's a fireman, I'm a fireman as well. And so we talked a little bit, but never really gave it a whole lot. It was required that we RSVP that we were going to attend. And again, like I said, I had a lot of stuff going on that week, and I went ahead and RSVP'd, and not thinking of it on the email, I RSVP'd all. So get pulled into that middle of the room, and Dan's there, and Dan brings a bag up. And I'm thinking, okay, this is usually with the fire service. If you're in the middle of a room and somebody has a bag and you don't know what's in it, you're going to be the butt of a joke. So Dan went on to talk about he worked for the fire department as well, and traveled around for quite a while. Well, my dad happened to be a firefighter, and Dan started mentioning that he had carried something with him for 30-some years, all over the country, different places.
I recall that.
And reached into the bag and he pulled out a yellow helmet. This yellow helmet really didn't have a whole lot to it. When he started to handle the thing, look around, he mentioned that he worked at Denver Federal Center for the fire department there, which so happened to be the fire department my dad worked at. Not only did he work there, he worked with my dad. Not only did he work with my dad, but that helmet that he had and he had carried around for all those years was my dad's helmet. He'd been trying to get in touch with my dad and didn't have any success for all these years. Wasn't until I RSVP'd all that he saw the last name. Budzitowski is not a very common name. If you see one, you know that they're all related. As soon as he put that together, he took a look and realized that that was my dad, that he had worked with all those years. Did a quick search of my name and came across the obituary from my dad. My dad had died about a week and a half before that happened. So when he presented me with that fire helmet, my dad never kept anything. That was the true gift that I will never, ever forget. And if it wasn't for CYO and being here that night, we would have never made that connection. And I can tell you right now that Dan the fireman and myself and my mom and extended family are about the closest that you could ever get any people together.
It's an amazing story. And that was a magical moment. I agree with you. This is a magical place where we talk about what goes on out here. I think there's stories like that happen too that we don't really highlight because we think so much about the youth and whatnot, but it's really a magical place for everybody out here. So thank you for sharing your story. That was an amazing moment that I actually will probably never forget either. Hopefully you enjoyed that as well. And until next time, we'll see you at the campfire.